Hola guys and welcome to Capture Prod, when polygons meet desire. My name's Leon and today I'll show you how to animate the curtains that Hika modeled in one of the last tutorials. No real simulation, no keyframes here, the sway comes from a single Python script and you can run it on one curtain on a whole group at once. I used this in my cinematic for Address Unknown pilot episode, so grab some coffee, whiskey or both and let's go. Here's what the script does. It builds a geometry nodes group that pushes the mesh's bottom vertices sideways on every frame. The script sets it all up and adds it to your object as a modifier. After that, you just tweak the sway right there in the modifier. One thing, to work well, the curtain needs to be subdivided a lot. You can see how to do that in that curtain modeling video. I won't go through every node the script makes. From my past node videos, I learned people would rather grab already set up than sit through the logic, but I'll cover the basics so you can turn it on yourself. The main thing to know, the script is universal, but it moves vertices along the mesh's own local axis, not the scene axis. In plain terms, what matters is how the curtain is built inside itself, not how it turned in the world. There are two axes here and don't mix them up. The height axis decides which part sways. Top stays still, bottom moves. In my scene, height runs along Y. The swing axis, the direction it moves. For me, that's Z, front and back. If your object sits differently, you can change the axis in the code. Both are just one letter. Height axis in this line, just swap Y for X or Z. Don't touch the lines below it or the script will break. Those aren't axes, they're the names of the sliders. The middle Y and bottom Y you'll see in the modifier. Swing axis is here. Swap the Z for the axis you want and zero out the old one. So for example, let's say I want the curtain to sway left-right instead of front-back. I set height to Z and swing to X. And here's the result. One more thing. If you want the sway on a whole group instead of the one curtain, that's this line. Apply to all selected. True. I set it in the script by default. Note that the motion is time-based, so you won't see any sway on a static frame. You have to play the timeline. Okay, let's try it for real. I uploaded one of my previews of the pilot episode, so load the script into Blender, select all the curtains you want to move and hit play. Press space and boom, they sway. The individual settings can be adjusted to your needs in the modifier. So here are the parameters you've got. Amplitude is the sway strength in meters, how hard the curtain moves. Gain is an extra boost if the noise feels too weak. Middle Y, bottom Y, where's the middle and bottom sit, they set in the sway zone. Usually I'd push bottom Y higher, so you don't get sharp creases. It will look more natural. Noise scale, the size of the wave. Lower is the broad and smooth, higher is a fine jittery ripple. Speed, how fast it sways, the lower it is, the slower it goes. Seed offset, shift the pattern so curtains next to each other don't move the same way. You can bake your own settings as the defaults by writing them into the script right here. Each one's got a note next to it so you won't get lost. And from there you can freely move the modifier sliders, experiment with these values and deal in smooth curtain sway. The scripts in the descriptions as always, edit it however you like, by yourself or using agents maybe, whatever. And you can see the whole thing in action in my latest cinematic. If you like Max Payne and its in-game shows, you can head over to that video now through the end card and check out my take on pilot episode of that radio play. Thanks for watching, take care, ciao.